she's the one that takes Greece out to countdown. So that's the role that Wendy has, is these types of life skills that she's teaching Greece. I was looking specifically for two totally different approaches and skill sets when we employed.
Okay.
Having Adele and Wendy through the IF funding quite changed our lives, because we were really the main people, having had to do everything for Greece and with Greece.
All the time, 24/7, 365 days of the year.
Yeah, so having them, like previously when we didn't have them, if we wanted to go out at night, friends will just jump in the car, and like previously when going out when we didn't have dinner, we wanted to go out at night, and it's 3 hours. It cost us the $25 per person plus $60 for a babysitter, $20 an hour to have a responsible person. So our social life got smaller and smaller and smaller, because you can't just go on. People don't realize if you have a special needs child, you have to have someone with them. With IF, I can get Wendy or Greece to come and spend the evening with Greece, Wendy or Adele, and they can be here with her. They can do things together. They can watch a movie together, have fun together, while we go out and just have exactly the same expenditures as our friends have. And now in May, for the very first time, we had the extended holiday, Peter and I, because Greece just stayed here. We went overseas for about 21 days. Greece stayed in the house. She went on with a daily program with Adele and Wendy, and Wendy stayed over at night here with Greece, and that is a big thing that individualized funding did for us. We didn't have it before. There was no way we could have done it. So for us, we are so thankful that we had that opportunity, that we can manage Greece's funding so that Greece is totally cared for and taking the weight off our shoulders. And with Manawanui, the help that we have, the fact that they're doing the payroll, the leave, the holiday time, all of that, working that out, paying the support.
Yeah, just like that.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. That took a little while, but we're finally live.
Yes, it's good to see you all. Thank you very much for joining us for our second live stream session with Jade and myself, Simon. Today's a topic dear to my heart, and I'm really excited to show off some of the awesome products and technical websites that Manawanui has to offer.
Absolutely. So welcome to the Working with Manawanui e-Mploy live stream. You guys all know that Manawanui has great tools to enable you to manage your IF and other budgets. But today we're going to talk about one of those cornerstone flagship tools that my friend Simon here is in charge of, and we call that e-Mploy. Before we head over to e-Mploy though, we're gonna make sure that this stream tonight is very interactive. We want you guys to have a lot of fun with us today.
That's right. So what have we gone and done for our viewers today, Jade?
We have organized an interactive poll, and I'm just gonna throw that on the screen right now. So we might hang out here for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So what have we got up here is a website called menti.com. And it's great, it's free, you don't need an account, and what you can do is it gathers live poll data from your audience, so people can input and answer questions, and we can get that back straight away, and then we can kind of discuss or even answer some questions based on what the polls are saying.
I've played with this tool before. I actually really like it. And the fact you can do it over live stream as well is super awesome. I think
That's
I should do it
right.
for my own one.
I'm checking in right now for myself just to make sure it's all set up. So you're going to head to menti.com and then enter the code above, no spaces needed. 888
Yeah.
and 80.
I probably should do it as well.
All right, so I've got
It's
the
really
first one.
easy. It's
Yeah.
web-based. You don't even have to be on Wi-Fi. You could be on your 3G. It's a very light app. But Simon, while we're giving people the chance to log into Mentimeter, why don't you tell us what Employ is all about and why it's awesome? Just a very brief overview.
Cool. All right. So the idea behind Employ is that for people who are looking for disability supports, there aren't many options out there besides using traditional methods like websites such as Seek or TradeMe, where you're advertising for support in front of a much larger pool of people, but you're not really targeting the people who are most interested in supporting yourself. So what Employ aims to do is to create a website that is completely specific to the disability community in that it serves the purpose of creating good ads that are structured solely for disability supports and then makes it easy for people to respond to those ads, engage and apply for jobs.
Sorry, I'm reaching over.
No problem. And apply for jobs that are right up their alley in terms of the work that they want to provide.
Yeah, I think it's really important what you raised about specific to disability because, we all know that there are a whole bunch of different job seeking sites out there. But I guess for me as a disabled person as well, I worry that if I was reaching out for someone to support me, that I could have issues getting lost in the masses, so to speak.
That's right, yeah. When you're searching through different trades or office jobs and things like that, it's hard to stand out with the job that you might be offering. But with Employ, you're amongst people of the same cloth, basically, people who are interested in the support work that you need.
So, guys, I think we've said this a couple of times already, but just a reminder, this live stream tonight is fully interactive. We can see the chat, which is why I keep looking off to the side just briefly. If you have any questions or concerns, or as Simon gets going with the demos, if there's something you don't understand, the reason why we tag team this is so that we can keep up with the comments and answer your questions.
That's right, yeah. We'd hate to miss anything coming in the chat while somebody's driving, so we've always got the buddy system in place to make sure this is as interactive and we make sure we address all of the questions you guys may have.
Did you want a minute to log in before we change the view over? Maybe Simon?
Yeah, sure, no worries. I'll just get myself in there.
I'm really excited about this because I've only been at Manawanui a little while, and I know lots and lots and lots about what we do for people in terms of the funding, but I'm really excited to see a bit more about Employ.
Yeah, no, so it's probably, one of the best kept secrets here. If you're not involved, it's not, you don't really hear too much from me, but I try to get out into the community as much as possible.
Yeah.
I wish more people knew about it. I'm trying to spread the word about Employ, send it across the nation.
But to be fair, you've been attending expos and different events, and is that cool?
Hang on, I picked the wrong account. Yeah, no, that's fine. I've just
Yeah. We just need a minute here, guys. Sorry. This is how you can tell it's all live.
That's right. Using the wrong credentials.
So Simon, how long have you been working primarily on Employ for now?
So I have been here. Oh golly! I have been here since February of 2018. So I was brought on right at the beginning of the Employees project's history to basically take it on and to get it to a stage where it can be released, used out in the public, and that happened in July of last year. We had our first launch. and then it's been slowly, gradually increasing numbers as we go.
That's really awesome because I know you provide the team with regular updates on the increase in people there.
That's right. So we're
Yeah.
currently over 1,500 at the moment.
That's really exciting.
Yeah, in less than a year to have that many people signed up is really cool. Just a bit of info behind those stats, that there is actually an imbalance of a few hundred or so accounts in favour of the people who are looking for work. So there are more people on the website looking for work than there are advertising it. So if you're looking for support people, there's plenty of people on Employ who are looking for some work.
That can only be a good thing.
Exactly.
Stoked for you, Simon.
Thank you.
We're just about there, guys.
Yeah, apologies for the delay.
While you're doing that, I might actually head over to Facebook with the link to our new stream. Talk amongst yourselves. Jokes.
Oh, this is all. Oh, no.
We can edit this all out later.
No, we'll leave it in there. Show them the flaws. Nobody's perfect, as they say. And as I keep entering in the wrong password, I believe... No. I believe now. There we go. We're in. All right. So, Jade, I'll hand it over to you to drive me back in
Right.
so they can see what we're looking at here.
Right, we'll make sure that people can see what you're actually doing. Awesome. So, if you haven't logged into Mentimeter, we'll give you another chance later on. Oops. Okay, I just need to... This is all the fun of live streaming, eh?
Yeah.
Nothing goes perfectly. There we go. Right,
Nice.
so
All right, cool.
in theory, people can see what you're doing. Cheers, Simon, and
Lovely.
I'll just handle the comms over here for a second.
No worries. So for all of those who are brand new to Mploy, this is your first look. What we've landed on here is a dashboard for somebody who is looking for support. So what you've got here is a map on your right hand side, and it's based on your profile location. And then you can see here within a 10-kilometer radius of Rosedale, you'll be able to see all of the profiles that pop up. So these are all real people that are out there looking for work or are currently employed right now. And what you can do is you can add them to your favorites by clicking on the star next to their name. If you click on the actual name, you can go to their profile. And so you don't even need to post an ad to start looking for support. If you think you can just find a profile and send them a message and go on your way, then that's all you need to do. We don't force you to post an ad up on Mploy. But if you'd like to, you might get a bit more traction, more interest when you can put a full listing out there instead of just sending a message to somebody. But
Simon, just so we're clear, I just want to cover one really important fact. Is there any cost to using Mploy at all?
Great question there, Jade. So currently there are no fees associated with Mploy. So signing up and creating an account has no fees. Creating an ad like Seek has no fee or fees for Seek, but there are none for our ads on Mploy. And if you're somebody looking for work, well, there's no account fee associated with that as well.
That's amazing.
Yes, and the best part is you don't even need to be with Manawanui to use Mploy. As long as you see a need in putting an ad or putting your profile up on Mploy, then you're free to do so, as long as you behave to our terms and conditions, obviously. But yeah, we want e-Mploy to serve the whole community, and we thought as we might as well make it free for everybody to encourage that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I just can't see the sheet there. Sorry,
No,
son.
no worries. You've
Yeah.
got one.
I got the
You've
front
got the front
page.
page. Here we go.
Yeah. So, just walking through what you're going to show us. Have they seen the map and the filters? Yep, we've done that. Now you're going to show us how to list a job.
Yeah. So what I can do there is under my jobs, is it brings me to a page with different stages. So you can see here I've listed 2 ads previously that have come down because they're sitting in expired. I've got open and pending. So if I click list a job, what it's going to do is open up a blank listing for me. So this is basically like putting together a job description for somebody who's going to come to work for you. You need to give them a title, a range of an hourly rate. This is not a legal requirement, so if you say 18 to 30, you have to pay them this hourly rate. It's just an indication, gives people enough information to know whether they want to apply for a job or not. So you can customize the hourly rate, or you can bring it all the way down.
Oh, nice.
Excuse me.
Notwithstanding pay equity, of course.
Of course, yes. So if you're, using disability funding and meeting those requirements and obligations, well, then $19.80 is the base rate, of course. So you can set all of the basic details of an ad. This address here is hidden from the ad, of course. This is not going to get shown to anybody. So if you're using your own home address as the address for your ad, that's hidden. You don't have to worry about people turning up unless you ask them to and give them the information to do that. The ads will show up by suburb or by region. So if I posted an ad, it would show up in the suburb of Rosedale. It wouldn't give the exact location. You can put a start date and closing date. This is for the ad, not for the job. So I want the ad to start as soon as possible, and I'm going to leave it up for a month before it gets closed. Or I can extend that out as well if I wanted some more time to recruit. If you want people to start as soon as possible, or you can negotiate a start date, you can tick that option. The summary here, this is probably the most important part of the ad.
Is this the pitch?
Yeah, this is the pitch, the sales pitch, the meat to the bones, I would say.
I like that.
Yeah, it's about describing who the support is for, and basically giving the personal side to the role that is often not showing in other places you advertise. So through the nature of this work, you have a very close relationship between person who's providing the support and who is receiving it. So the personal side of the working relationship is important. So you want to make sure that somebody's interests or hobbies or recent activities or whatever they do in their life, you want to make sure that that's reflected in the summary, so you can find somebody who resonates with that description. You want them to think, oh yes, I share the same interest, or you know what, that's a hobby I'm really passionate about. I would love to support them to do that.
You know what I always say, skills obviously important, but it's a values match.
Exactly.
You gotta feel that you've got the right person doing the support work for you.
That's right.
Really, really important.
Yeah, now values are right up there when you're looking for somebody who's providing support for yourself or your loved one. So once you've painted a picture of the support relationship in the summary, you're going down to the categories. So what these categories do is help the website match a person to the ad. So if a person who's applied for this job has got the same categories ticked as the ad, what that's going to do is provide a higher match percentage. So behind the scenes, the employer is comparing the ad to the job seeker, and it'll show you what percentage match they are to the ad. So you can see straight away who's the best candidate. Yeah, it's such a helpful little extra bit of information when you're looking at people who have applied for your job.
And when you're a busy family and you've got lots on and just the day-to-day business of getting on with the business, that filtering would help so much.
That's right. So you can select all or pick the ones that are appropriate. Clicking on the banner will collapse it and open up the next one. and so on. And then if you need any equipment, obviously if you're in a wheelchair, you can make sure that they need experience with the wheelchair.
Is this like training for different, equipment? Are you saying please have this
Well, it's
training or?
it's an indication. It's
Yeah.
not saying you must have experience to
Good.
apply.
Yeah.
It's saying I'm in a wheelchair, or to be successful in this role, having experience with a wheelchair user is very desirable. That's the word I'd like to use. And it comes up down here as well in the requirements. So if you need somebody with a full driver's license, because you need to get out and about and you can't drive yourself, well, then you can make that required. But if it's not always necessary, it can just be set as desirable.
Yeah.
And then you can do the same thing here for their own vehicle. Do they need to be able to get themselves around, or is that not necessary? Previous experience, some people find this option a necessity. Other people like somebody who's
Fresh.
Exactly, because what they can do is they can train them how they like, and they're not going to be coming in with any expectations from previous jobs.
Or preconceived ideas.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that's right.
Got it.
Same thing with languages. We've got a plethora of languages here because New Zealand is
Wow.
such a very diverse country.
Where did you get that list? That's amazing.
I think it's
I know it's completely off topic,
Yeah.
but massive.
I think it's come off a New Zealand government website of
Nice.
the languages that they support.
Sorry.
No worries. Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
Little bits of information here and there. So English, I might need somebody who's fluent, and it's required because I
Yeah.
myself don't know any other languages besides Kia ora, Talofa,
Sure.
Ni hao, Konnichiwa. Lots of ways to say hello, but then the conversation would die straight afterwards. And then right at the bottom here, you've got your availability table. So this is a rough idea of when the support would be required. So if you know you need help in the mornings, you can click on the morning and it's going to give you all of the mornings. Same thing for afternoon, evening, and overnight. And it'll work for Mondays as well. If you need support 24 on a Monday, then you can do the same. And you can
Oh, wow. Okay.
you can also tick individual
Yeah.
boxes as well, whatever suits. Select all, things like that. And then this little box here, if you tick, it means there's some flexibility. So you're not too set in your ways and your hours. You can get up late or go to bed early some days, or vice versa, whatever you like, as long as you can indicate that there's some flexibility in the hours. They're not set like a roster.
That might also be important because you, as the person needing support or the family needing support, might not know up front what you want the schedule to be.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, so it knows that people that can apply for a job, that they know that they've got their Mondays or Tuesdays free, and it's not going to come to a schedule conflict. And then at the bottom is additional questions. So if you want them to put in a CV or cover letter, obviously you want them to have the right to work in NZ. And then right at the bottom is really cool, is enter a personalised question. So what you can do is make it a required or desirable answer, and then you can have a yes, no, or text. So say, for example, you've got some big scary dogs at home, maybe an Alsatian or a big scary Labrador. You can put, are you okay with large... Oh, excuse the spelling mistakes. I did it again.
It happens.
That's all right. Large dogs. And then that way...
D-O-double-G.
Yeah. Down with the snoop. Yeah. So that way, that person can respond, and you won't have to worry about that in an interview. It's already cleared up for you. So this won't let me save because I'm missing a lot of key information, like a summary here.
Because we're not filling it in.
No,
for real,
exactly.
but-
And this is live on the website, so I don't really want
Yeah.
to put a job up and then for somebody to apply for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so once I'd saved that ad, it would go into a status here of pending. So that means it's not going to go live as soon as you save it. And then
Oh, we moderate it.
no, we don't moderate it. It's pending your own review. So
Okay.
if you save it, it's going to go into pending, and then you can come back and change it. It's not just going to go straight live.
Right.
Say you've only got half the job done, and you've stopped halfway through, and you hit save because you want to come back to
Right.
it. Or you don't want to list it on a Monday morning. You might want to wait till the evening, just so you can double check it. You can what will happen is there will be a button here that says open job. Once you click open, it'll go onto the open stage, and then that's when it's live for everybody to see. So that's just a tip.
So
Some
cool.
people think that we have to review it and make it open. It's solely on your own review, but it's just something that some people have got tripped up on.
Nice.
Hmm.
So we do have one comment, Simon.
Yep.
We've got a comment from Amar, and he says, "Nice one, Simon.
Meat to the bones of the job.
Meat to the bones of the job ad. Eloquently put."
That's right. If without the meat, you're just a bag of bones that won't go anywhere.
We've only got a few people here now, so we might skip over the poll and just head on to the next feature, if that's all right. Do you
Yeah,
need
no
a break,
worries.
or are you,
No, we're good to go.
So the next feature we're going to be looking at is some of the new stuff.
Yeah, so that's right. So we're about a week away from e-Mploy 2.0, as we've coined it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so that's right. So we've got a bunch of new features that we're looking to release next week, which will hopefully improve, or will definitely improve the usability for the website, but add some new features as well that will probably benefit a lot of people. I think so. The biggest change to the website that people will see is the addition of a wizard. So as I showed you through this listing a job ad, if this looks too full on and crazy and too many options, what the wizard will do is present this in a step-by-step process.
Bite-sized pieces.
Exactly. And it'll give you information about what exactly to put in each field and why it's there. So it'll go step-by-step through the title, the job type, all the way down to the bottom. And then once you've finished the wizard, you've got a completed ad ready to go.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And the
I
same,
like wizards.
yeah, so do I. And the same thing will happen for anybody who's looking for work. If you're not sure what to do with your profile, it'll go through the exact same thing. So once you've finished the wizard, your profile will look perfect and ready to be employed by whoever comes across your profile.
One question, and I hope I'm not throwing you a curveball
No,
here, because I
it's all right.
really don't want to do that. But what is your advice around profile pics?
Well, so it's totally up to you whether you would like that visible. So as you can see up in the top right hand corner, we've got a cropped Manawanui logo as our profile picture. In my profile settings here, there is a toggle switch between, it says profile visibility. And what that will do is it will hide your profile picture
Ah, okay, cool.
if you post an ad.
Yeah.
So it'll just show that this ad was posted by and then the first name of your account. So if you don't want your profile picture visible, you can most certainly hide it. But we encourage people to be open about the ads or the work that they're looking for. So we definitely encourage everybody to have a profile picture, but of course it's not necessary. We understand everybody's need for privacy of varying levels.
Most definitely.
Yeah, so it's an option there.
Volunteer option.
Yeah, that's right. So this came out of actually an internal get-together that Manawanui had. A lot of our staff were saying, oh, e-Mploy looks awesome, but I wouldn't really want to take on the responsibility of a second job, but a weekend here or there, I would love to volunteer my hours and volunteer my
Love
Saturday.
that. I might go back to face cam if that's all
Yeah,
right,
go
since
for
we're having a chat about stuff. So yeah, volunteering.
Yeah, exactly. So it came out of our own organisation's idea, really. That our staff wanted to put themselves out there and volunteer. And so, it's a great way to probably get people into this industry as well. Then they may be too worried to pursue it as a proper job, but maybe they want to volunteer one weekend here or there, and then they might fall in love with supporting people and picking
I
up.
love that.
Yeah. I mean, we want to make it as easy as possible for people to be involved and participate in this.
Volunteering is a great way to gain experience as
Exactly.
well.
Yeah, that's right.
So important.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the single sign-on for portal users. Now, some people might think that's fancy language, Simon. What does that actually mean?
So what it means is that the portal and e-Mploy share the same accounts, basically. So if you are with Manawanui, you are probably very familiar with the portal, and if you're not, please contact our CEC team to book your free portal training and get set up so you can enter your timesheets and pay your claims or process your expense claims online. So what that means is both accounts are exactly the same, and if you're set up with the portal, you can just log straight in with Employ.
That's so nice.
Yeah, at the moment, it still asks you to verify a few details, like a phone number or your address. But what we've done is we've made it even more of a tighter peering. And so once you've logged in, you skip the confirmation and your account is just there ready to go. Also, what we can do is if you're with Manawanui already and you use the portal, you can send us a message or send us an email and we can send you an invite link to Employ. So what we can do is, just as you received your invite to the portal, we can do the same for Employ and send you an invite link, which will send you straight to Employ as well. So 2 ways to make it as easy as possible.
Single sign-on, you couldn't get any easier than that.
Exactly. No multiple passwords, no saving your passwords as a notepad file on your computer if you do that. Tisk tisk.
And how many web solutions can you say there's one login for 2 different things?
Exactly. It's a bit of a rarity, I would say.
It's very rare.
Mm.
The next thing we've got, and I genuinely don't know what this is, so I'm keen to find out. Supported recruitment.
That's right. So once you think you've found somebody, there could be a few tasks between finding a profile and having them be your employee that you may not have time to do. Background checks, interviews, putting together some documentation for them to fill out. The sort of administration side of recruitment that you may not have time to do. And what Manawanui could do is provide that service for a fee, and it could also do the whole recruitment process for you if you so chose, which means for a fee we could use Employ and our other connections to find say our best recommended support person for you to employ, and then they would be put in front of you so that you could then choose whether you hire them or not. So it's another service that Manawanui is interested in providing for our clients and the people of New Zealand, because we know that not everybody has the time to go through a proper and thorough recruitment process for maybe a pretty important job supporting someone in their home.
Can I just check, so is that service live now? Like, can people say to you, hey, supported recruitment, keen?
Well, so we're still not live with these new features.
Oh, okay.
So that option is not available on Employ, but we're happy to take any
Recommendations
or
or
any-
advocacy for it?
any interest, I suppose. Any people who want to send a message saying that they're interested in using that service and working with us. It's not a nailed down, set in stone service as of yet. So we're looking to maybe call it a trial, I say, or a pilot,
That's
and
amazing.
work together with people so that we can refine it, reform it, and put it together as a professional service.
So there you go, guys. We need lots of feedback around supported recruitment. Is it something you'd be into? Please let us know, especially in the chat.
Yeah, I just see we've got a chat from Amar again
Ah.
talking about the wizards. So what I was saying is that as a new feature for the wizards, when we release the changes, is that if you're creating a profile as a job seeker, or if you're creating an ad as somebody who's advertising for work, Employ will lay out the process step by step so that you can have better guidance and put proper information into those profiles and those job ads. So hopefully that explains it for you, Amar.
And, it just simplifies the UI. Sometimes
Yeah.
just having a less busy UI is something people want.
Exactly, yeah. One field at a time to concentrate on.
Yeah. So thanks for that, Amar.
No worries. And I suppose it's good for screen readers as well, people using accessible technology.
Oh, that's such a good
They
point.
only have to highlight one field instead of navigating through 50 or so to get to the right place.
And we do test that, don't we, accessibility?
Yes, yeah. We always have people to provide accessible testing for us.
All right.
accessibility testing, I suppose.
So the next point we've got down on our list, and we're trying to rush through because we started really late, is ad inquiries. What can you tell us about that?
So that's the last new feature coming in that's going to be extremely helpful, I believe. So at the moment, if you see an ad that you like and you want to apply for, you have to apply for the job and then wait for the advertiser to contact you. But say you've got a question about the ad, say, oh, I'm only free Monday to Wednesday, could you change the hours? I'd be happy to apply for it then. So once these new features are released, you have the ability to send a message to the advertiser about the ad to kind of start that conversation, show that you're interested without having to commit to applying for the job.
Would this be like the comment section in Trade Me?
Yes, I would say so,
Yeah.
but it's private, so it's not going to be displayed
Oh, right.
on the listing.
Good point.
It's a private, secure message thread between the advertiser and the inquiry.
Awesome. Thanks, Simon.
No worries.
So we've had lots of fun here today. Just a couple of other things to cover. Should you need any support with everything that we've talked about today, and you don't happen to be able to get hold of myself or Simon, you can call our wonderful customer service team on 0508 462 427. That's 0508 462 427. Or you can email them at support at
Yep, you had it.
mploy.org.nz. I'll run that through again. Support at e-mploy.org.nz.
That's right. And the final option is you can message support straight through on the Employ website itself. So in the help section, there's a link to message support.
Awesome. The last point we're going to cover, Simon, is the fact that we actually run quite a few promotions of job ads on Facebook.
That's right. So about once a week, we'll comb through the ads that have been posted, find one that's got a particular interest or looks really well put together, and we think deserves to be promoted to our Facebook page.
And we have good reach on our Facebook page.
I think so. Thousands of people see those ads. Hundreds of views. So what we look for is an ad that's got a point of interest. So if they're talking about a particular bunch of hobbies or activities that somebody is doing, or an interesting approach to the way they've written the ad, we'll give that one a bit of a promotion on our Facebook page, and it usually gets a few more clicks and applications through. So what we want is for you to also send us your ads as well. So if you send us an email through support saying you posted an ad and you think it's worthy of promotion, well, we can take a look at it. If we agree, we'll post it, or we can even provide some feedback saying, hey, we think you could do this or change these words around and it might get some better traction.
Hope you don't mind me saying, but I have, like, this is bad, I'm admitting that I listen to Simon's phone calls, but you'll actually call somebody up if you think it's really interesting, right?
Yeah, that's right. So, I mean, I spend a lot of time during the week calling or emailing people on the website. And if somebody is also short of time or is having trouble using the website at home and I can't troubleshoot over the phone, what I can do is take on the information that they want to put in their ad, manage their account for them, and post the ad on their behalf.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've done that for some people.
That's all-round service, huh?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the number one reason the website is there is for people to use it, and if they're having trouble, then it's my job to make sure that they can use it.
That's great.
Simple as that.
So that's about all we got for tonight, and I'm so glad we had such a fun stream. Amar says, what does the hashtag fun job of the week mean? So he is referring to the Facebook.
That's right. So that's just the hashtag we use when we post those ads. I would hope, and I assume that those jobs are full of fun. I mean, we pick ads that definitely look appealing and aren't just the, I would call, traditional support ad.
I think when we use that hashtag, it's not necessarily just about a fun job. It's about jobs that really stand out.
Yeah.
They have a point of difference. Maybe the person that they'll be supporting has a keen interest. I think the last one we posted was something to do with Minecraft.
That's right. It was a
Right.
young boy had a big obsession and interest in Minecraft, and the ad mentioned that you either have to know what he's talking about or be interested in learning. So that's the sort of fun angle that we like to target on our ads, on our promotions.
So my answer to Amar would be not just fun, but also interesting as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Did you have any final comments, Simon, for tonight?
I guess thank you for coming along. Please, if there is any part of Employ that you think deserves to look better or function better, and you've got the idea, or you think something totally way out of left field that you'd think, oh, Employ could definitely do this, then please email through or get on the phone any way you can. We love to hear feedback. From people using the website. We want to know how you feel, and any way that we could improve it.
Absolutely, and I just want to say, Simon, I had a lot of fun again tonight,
Thank you.
and I'm actually really excited for the next one, because the next one, I believe, I don't want to say out of turn, but I think it's the 16th of May.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Marsha.
Marsha, the Manawanui Chief Executive Officer, the head honcho.
The boss lady.
That's right.
So if you guys are really enjoying this series of working with Manawanui, please stay tuned for announcements around the Marsha Q&A live stream. But for now, guys, I just really want to thank you for coming out tonight. Huge apologies for the technical difficulties. I had so much fun, and we'll see you in the next one.
That's right. Thank you all again for coming along, and a pleasure, and see you next time.